We're at the Viking Village Solstice in Lismore as part of the Lantern Parade, and we've set up a Viking village with living areas, fighting areas. Tents, campfires. Lismore's local reenactment society, Roggenwolds Lith. It's our 10-year anniversary this year, which coincides with the Lantern Parade. So we talked with them and we worked together to make it a part of the Lantern Parade.
Vikings is primarily Scandinavians. From, let's say, probably about 790 onwards to late 1100s. That's their main time of travelling around Europe. There's not really a country that the Vikings didn't interact with, didn't conquer, or just sail up the river, raid and go home again. They were the sort of the classic smash and grabbers. Massive traders, excellent at combat. And because they didn't have Christianity, they looked at death and things a lot different to what we do now. It was the greatest honour to die in battle. First one we've held ourselves. It was just sort of our group with a few of our mates. But we often participate in shows up in the Abbey Festival. There's a gathering down in Armidale, non-public event, so it's you have 500 people dressed like us, getting around, no public, and it's pretty good, dude. Yeah, living in the way the old boys did it.
There's just so many great things about the Viking culture, and especially as a woman, women were very equal. We could fight, we could own property. So compared to something like old England, it's this is much more fun. So the object of this game is that the girl in red, she has to try and get the helmet without being hit by the sack. Tough games.
I originally was in the Blue Mountains. I was in a group down there. They were called the Mercenaries. Then when I moved up here, there wasn't any groups. There was an Ancients group, but I'm also like the Dark Ages. So just sort of put out a call, and before I knew it, I had a couple of people coming and playing, and we just grew from there.
There's so many different community groups. I think a lot to do with our philosophy of inclusiveness. That the whole having the Lantern Parade and the Lantern Workshop is something that anybody can come and participate in.
I guess this year, because the old lantern got a bit sick. And I guess for our culture, these are very significant, I guess, for our dream time stories and our stories of creation. But yeah, we want to share them with everyone, and also with the goanna that's coming behind.
Right, you got it? Oh, sorry, Lane. What?
It's a bit of a family tradition for us. We carry it each year, but we weren't the ones who made it. Yeah.
Our Pelican Lantern, I'm not sure who made it. It's been around for years, and Australian Seabird Rescue has always carried the Pelican Lantern. and we just love being involved in this parade because it gives us the opportunity to tell people about what Australian Seabird Rescue does. And you can see there's so many people that are here that just love this atmosphere, and yeah, it's fantastic.
I like all the lanterns because they're really big and fascinating. They're so pretty and colourful.
The Lantern Parade has reached a point where the community just really wants to be involved. It's their moment to shine and to celebrate. I do know that somebody told me that they couldn't walk through the street, they actually had to sidle. No idea how many people were in the streets, but I do know that it was absolutely packed. It's the 19th Lismore Lantern Parade, and it's our first time in Oaks Oval. So this is the first time a cultural event has happened in this oval. I think it was remarkable that the council staff allowed us to have a big bonfire on their precious turf. The idea was to create this corridor and the corridors around the edge. And when I was thinking about it, it meant that the people who were sitting we called them the lungs, because they were like two lobes of lungs, they would have the feeling of the event all around them. Been embraced by the community and it's theirs, you know, and possibly after I've been long gone it'll still continue. I would like to think that would happen.